What's up guys, this is Nick, and today's video is going to be about the Big Baller brand. Now, I'm sure a lot of you don't know what that is, but and honestly I didn't even know what it was until recently. Well, not recently, but I was never really into basketball. I was never really into the NBA, and I'm still kind of not, but I'm into this, and what I'm going to talk about today. And what that is the Big Baller brand, and if you don't know, there's this guy named LeVar Ball, and he has three boys. LiAngelo, LaMelo, and Lonzo. So his oldest son is Lonzo. Now Lonzo is currently playing basketball in the NBA for the Lakers. He was the number 2 pick like a year ago in the draft, and he's doing pretty good. He's a rookie, but now this will be his second year. But still, he's doing good. He's in the NBA and he's playing. And it's not like they're saying like he's bad or he's a bust. Like he's doing well. The middle son, LiAngelo, he is like 18 or 19, so he could be playing in the NBA. But he went to UCLA, and then before he could start even playing basketball, really, he went to China with the UCLA and he got caught stealing. So he was suspended for a year, and his father, LeVar, didn't want to wait a year because he wanted his son to go to the NBA. So instead of doing that, he took him and his younger brother, LaMelo. Sorry, there's a lot of L's in it, so I'm trying to remember. But he took his younger brother and Jello to Lithuania to play professional basketball in Europe, in Lithuania. So that went pretty well. It was weird. Like, I guess the team didn't do very well, and like I guess the two boys didn't get a whole lot of time to play. But again, they're playing professional basketball, which I guess is better than not doing anything. But keep in mind, so LiAngelo was like probably 18 at the time, but LaMelo, the youngest, am I doing that right? Yeah, I am. So they confuse me sometimes. So LaMelo, the youngest one, he was like 16 playing professional basketball in Lithuania with his brother who's 18. Because LeVar took the youngest brother out of high school because he didn't like the coach or something. So at 16, he went with his the middle brother LaMelo to play professional basketball in Lithuania, which is kind of an unheard of move, but they did it. And so it went to the end of the year, and the contracts were up, I guess. And LaMelo, the middle brother, tried out for some NBA teams, but he wasn't drafted in the NBA draft. And he wasn't signed as a free agent either. So what LeVar did was created his own basketball league called the JBA. Now, the unique thing about the JBA is they paid like younger kids, like I think 18 or 19, to play professional basketball. Now, what's unique about that is the NBA. I think it's like you have to be at least 19, or you have to be, I think it's that, you have to be at least 19 to go to the NBA. So what a lot of the kids will do is they'll go to college for 1 year and then declare for the NBA draft or go sign with an NBA team. And they call those people like one and done. So they do 1 year college and they go straight to the NBA. So basically, if you were a high school senior or whatever basketball player and you wanted to play professional basketball, you pretty much had to go overseas because you couldn't play in the NBA until you're at 19. So the logical thing to do is just go to college for a year, play basketball there, and then go to the NBA. Because there's no real professional league in America. So LeVar started this JBA league where, those younger players in that period where, you're 18 to 19, and they weren't 19 yet, I guess, they could go there, get paid, and potentially be seen by these scouts from the NBA. So he created the league. He had a bunch of tryouts, got a lot of really good players on the teams, and so at first LiAngelo, the youngest one, was the only Ball brother in the JBA because the middle one, LaMelo, they were wanting to sign with an NBA team. So it turns out he didn't sign, and so he said, well, I guess I'll just play for the JBA for his dad's team. So LaMelo and LiAngelo are now playing for the JBA. Their thing is, it's like their father's, league. So, and this is like a backyard league. Like, this is like a, pretty well recognized thing. They're charging like, I think over $100 or something for a ticket, which is like about what the NBA charges. So like people are kind of outraged. And if you look at like the games, like there's not a lot of people in the stands, but there's probably like a couple hundred. So like they're making like easily $10, $20, $30,000 a game. Even though there's not a lot of people, it's a lot of money they're charging per ticket. So that's how I think they make up their money. They probably do advertising and stuff like that too. But yeah, so a little bit of controversy is it's their dad's league. So both brothers are playing the whole 60 minutes. I think it's 60 minutes for basketball. Let's just assume the whole game. Let's just say the whole game. So they're scoring like a whole bunch of points, like 40, 50 points a game. The thing is, they're the only ones getting the ball, really. Like they're the ones getting the most playing time. They're playing the entire game, whereas the other players don't get to play the whole game. I guess in basketball, that's how I'm not really familiar, but in basketball, like you don't play the whole game. Like you play half the game or something, or you play like 10 minutes or something, or 15 minutes. I don't know. Like there's a thing where you get like subbed out a lot or something. But these boys are in the game the whole dang game. I guess that's not very common. So that's why they're scoring all these points. That's a little bit of the controversy because they're scoring a lot of points, but their like shooting accuracy isn't very good. So they're scoring percentage is low, but they're shooting so often that's how they can get those big points up. So yeah, and then another thing I wanted to talk about was their shoes. So they have the Big Baller brand, which is like they have t-shirts and stuff. But they also have like these shoes that they made for each son. Like each son has his own signature basketball shoe, which is kind of a big deal. The first one, Lonzo, because normally NBA players they sign shoe deals and they sign like $1 million shoe deals. Well, Lonzo had his dad make him a shoe and he wore that. Now with the other people, like if you sign with like Adidas or Nike, like you can only wear that when you're playing. But with Lonzo, like he could wear whatever shoe he wanted, but he also wore his own shoe. And I think they're called the ZO2s. But they were selling them for like $500. It was like one of the most expensive basketball shoes you could buy, or more, and people were outraged at the price. But the thing about that is, LeVar got people to talk about it, and then that probably equaled, shoe sales. So yeah, so that's like a controversy with LeVar is that like everything's so expensive. Like all the t-shirts on his store are expensive. Like his t-shirt's like $100. I think his caps or whatever, like 75 or something crazy. Like all of its prices are super crazy. But if you think about it, like that craziness is causing controversy, which causes views on his stuff, which causes sales, so it's working in his favor. So yeah, so now that I said all that, I want to talk about the future of each boy. So obviously Lonzo, the oldest, he's in the NBA, so it's pretty good. Like he's already got like $1 million contract and stuff like that. So that's good. As far as the other two, their dad LeVar said that once Lonzo, the brother in the NBA, his contract's done, that he won't sign with anyone unless they sign all three of the Ball brothers. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's a great idea for Lonzo's career, but if it did happen, that'd be amazing. As far as LiAngelo, the middle brother, Like I said, he was at some NBA tryouts. They didn't take him. I guess I saw some of the tryouts and like he was missing a lot of shots, which you think at that level like you would have, you'd be better at it. I don't know, but you at least need to make a team, and he just wasn't. Not that I'm saying he's a bad basketball player. I'm just saying during those tryouts he didn't look like the other people, and I'm sure none of them probably even got on the team. So that tells you where he was at the time. Like, as far as him, like, I think he should honestly just keep playing in the JBA, keep doing that, like, or keep trying to get an NBA team, but if that doesn't work out, like, I don't think I would, if I was him, I'd go to, like, a European team or anything. Like, why not just stay in, like, your own league and, like, promote that and, like, grow that versus going to another, European team and growing their, brand or whatever. Like, I think you should just stay with the JBA and continue doing that. As far as the youngest one, LiAngelo, or no, LaMelo, I think with him, they say like he's like the best of all of them. I don't know, just keep playing in the JBA, keep getting better, playing against good players. Hopefully go into the NBA. The one thing I worry about him is since he's not going the normal route of high school and college, then it may be harder, just like it was for his brother, to get into the NBA. Both of them are doing unique routes, and I'm just curious to see how it ends. I hope they all go to the NBA, but as of now, it looks like maybe the youngest one has a better chance than the middle one, but I hope they both go in the NBA. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. I just wanted to talk about that. It's something I'm really interested in. It's a really interesting concept for what they're doing, and I just like watching it. If you go into the description of this video, I have a link where you can go and subscribe to my channel. If you liked today's video, please go do that. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.